At what point does it become really relevant where you're like, oh man, my personal income is X. Now I have a new set of things that I can deploy. I have a new set of things that I can attack.
Look, there's so much. Once you have $660,000 of net income, you have game-changing tax strategies available to you. Like big dollar tax strategies, not like a couple tax deductions here. They're like major advantages. And most people they don't deal with it because their tax person's a historian, just says, oh, you had a good year, Brad. Here's what you owe. That's not helpful, right? And at a certain point, which corporation you choose makes a big difference. And even if you have a tax attorney that can help you out with major things, like we were talking just the other day in a group, and a bunch of people were taking notes on a bunch of these tax strategies, like tax arbitrage or like buying art and then donating that later on, or I don't know, there's just so many things that could be done. And most people are just deferring their taxes, putting it in a retirement plan. Well, that's not good enough because the government's $30 trillion in debt. They're going to raise taxes. So you need permanent tax solutions and strategies. Yeah. And they're like the biggest cost you have, more than any of your high paid employees even. So why not just address that? Because once you address it, you'll have trailing effects for years to come. Even when there's tax law changes, you might have to make small adaptations. And it's something that might take you 20 minutes to an hour to figure out and a few $1,000s to implement that could be saving you 5 or 6 figures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, so 660 is the number.
That's like the big number. Like you could still save under that. But if you're at that number, you get a whole different world of tax strategy.